think all elderberry tea is the same? The steep time can make or break its benefits and the flavor too. In this video, I'll show you exactly how long to steep elderberry tea for the best taste and the most wellness boost. Today I have my buddy with me and we are testing elderberry tea in two ways. The first is a quick 5-minute steep and then a longer 15-minute steep. We'll talk about what elderberry tea is good for. Plus, I will share my favorite blends with elderberries that include ginger, hibiscus, and peppermint that take that elderberry tea up just a notch. When I was first learning how to steep loose leaf tea, it was a big mystery to me. It turns out I'm not the only one who starts out wondering how in the world to use loose leaf tea without a tea bag. We receive many questions here at Farmhouse Teas about how to steep loose leaf tea, because here in America we are accustomed to using tea only in bags that are pre-measured for us and come in a box with instructions. When we go to make our own loose leaf tea at home, say with elderberries, we are not quite sure what to do with it. How long do you steep elderberry tea anyway? No worries, my friend, it's quite simple, and today I'm going to walk you through the steps. Steeping elderberries is a bit different from steeping a leafy herb like peppermint or lemon balm. Leaves are more delicate and tend to release their flavor and benefits quickly, often only needing 5 to 10 minutes. You're probably more used to that kind of steep time if you've ever had a green tea or black like Lipton tea. Elderberries, on the other hand, are dense fruits. Their tough skins take longer for hot water to penetrate when they're dried, which is why they need a longer steep time and even a gentle simmer to unlock their full potential. Elderberries are not just rich in antioxidants, but also flavonoids, those powerhouse plant compounds that support your immune system, but they all don't release instantly. The longer you steep, up to a point anyway, the more you draw out those benefits. If you steep too short, 10 minutes or less, you might end up with a light flavor, some minimal benefit flavored water, and it's not that great of a flavor anyway. If you steep too long, beyond 30 minutes, and you steep for an hour, it can get really astringent, very tight feeling in the mouth, overly strong, and even funky depending on the herbs that you've mixed in with it. Now, if you steep 15 to 30 minutes, that is the sweet spot. And today we are going to compare the under 10 minute to the 15-minute steep time. It's time to make a simple cup of elderberry immune tea. It's as simple as grabbing your mug and your boiling water, and we're going to take 1 tablespoon of dried elderberries and we're going to put them in our in-cup infuser here. These are my favorite tea infusers. They are simple, they sit on your mug, they're easy to clean, they're very durable. And then you're going to pour your hot water over the top and then put the lid on your in-cup infuser. This helps to keep in all the good oils and all of the things from the elderberries so they don't escape out through the steam. And now we're going to compare our short steep of 5 minutes with our long steep of 15 minutes. And you're going to see the wonderful color change and difference between the two. And I can tell you the flavor for the long steep is just right. The 15-minute you will see has a darker color and it has way more flavor. It also has a good balance for immune support. Now it's time to make a really interesting elderberry tea blend. We're going to kind of wing this, and I'm just going to get creative here in the apothecary. But first we need to get our water boiling, and then we need to grab a bowl, and we're going to lay out the ingredients that we're going to use. First, the feature is going to be our elderberries. We have some dried peppermint. Peppermint's really an uplifting kind of herb. It's one of my favorite herbs. It also can be somewhat calming. It does have more of an invigorative kind of feature to it versus something calm like lemon balm. We're going to go ahead and use 3 tablespoons of peppermint in this recipe. The peppermint and the elderberries in this blend are going to be the base of our tea. Elderberries might lend into the middle ground. They're the nutritive herbs of this blend. If you've ever seen our tea blending triangle, this is what I'm referring to. You can find more information about that tea blending triangle below. I'll leave a link, or Google Grow Create Sip blog and look up tea triangle. So our elderberries are in, and next we're going to add some very vibrant, slightly fruity, yet slightly tart hibiscus petals to this blend. The hibiscus here is going to lend a bunch of flavor. We're going to go ahead and use 2 tablespoons for that. And then last but not least is our catalyst herb. These are the ones that help to round out all of the flavors. They also help to carry the nutrients and benefits of the herbs throughout the body. They tend to be on the spicy side sometimes, and this one is going to be ginger. So we want just a small amount, maybe a teaspoon, depends on how spicy you would like this blend. Now that we have all of our herbs in our bowl, we're going to go ahead and just mix these evenly so that they're well distributed. And then we're going to grab our favorite handmade mugs and put our favorite strainers inside of those. And we're going to put 1 tablespoon of each into these mugs, and we're going to pour our boiling water over it, and then we're going to steep it for 15 minutes. Because we want those elderberries and the ginger pieces and the hibiscus that are really a little bit more difficult to penetrate with hot water to really let their full flavor and benefits come out. And we don't want to go too long because we don't want that peppermint to get overly strong, since it doesn't take as much steep time. But since the bulk of these ingredients require a longer steep time, we're going to go ahead and go with 15 minutes. If you want more flavor, ginger gives warmth, hibiscus adds tartness and a boost of vitamin C, and peppermint makes it refreshing. These not only taste great, but also support the wellness side of elderberry tea. If you would love more recipes with elderberry, make sure you check out our blog post below that corresponds with this video about how long you should steep elderberry tea. I've got a super yummy blackberry dark and stormy drink in there that I think you will love. It is a great mocktail. Try using elderberry on its own, or mix it with ginger, hibiscus, or peppermint, and let me know which one is your favorite combo in the comments down below. Thanks for joining us on the farm. Cheers to you, my friend, and we will see you next time.